Hello students. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is coal and petroleum, we were talking about the different products that we found after the refining of the petroleum. Okay, and if you talk about the products that we obtained from refining of petroleum, so the first one was that of the petroleum gas, and you know that the petroleum gas is used as a fuel. Okay, so it is used as a fuel for cooking and for even in the industries also. Now, liquefied petroleum gas, you all are knowing about it, and that liquefied petroleum gas is used for the cooking purpose, so it is also a kind of a petroleum gas. Then the second one is, students, that of the petrol. You see that petrol is used in the locomotives, in car or in scooter or in that of the bike. So for a small vehicles we use petrol. And petrol is also used for dry cleaning purpose. Then if you see kerosene, so kerosene is used as a fuel for lightening, like that of lanterns are there, students, and kerosene is also used. It is also used as a fuel for a cooking purpose. So these are the uses of the kerosene. Then if we talk about the diesel, so diesel is also used for the vehicles, especially that of the heavy motor locomotives, or we can say heavy motor vehicles. Diesel is also used for operating that of the pump set and the engines. Okay, so this is the use of the diesel. Next one is, students, that of a lubricating oil. So lubricating oil, it is used for providing the lubrications to that of the engines, and lubrication is important for the machine also, so that it will run smoothly. Then paraffin wax is there. So paraffin wax is used for making candles or even making ointment or that of the Vaseline. Bitumen is the last one, and this bitumen is used as a black paint. Even it is used for surfacing, road surfacing, and it acts as a waterproof. Okay, so it is used on a roof, in making roof as waterproof. So these are the different things that we obtain from the petroleum, refining of the petroleum, and their uses. So all of you have understood about that of petroleum. The next one is, students, is the natural gas. So let me write it about that of the natural gas. Natural gas. You see, students, how we obtain, let me tell you something about the natural gas, then we will move forward and try to understand the uses also. So in case of a natural gas, basically it is obtained either with that of the petroleum, with that of the crude oil, or it is present simply. It means it is present as it is under that of the earth crust. Okay, so the natural gas is a very clean fuel, and it is used for various purposes, and again it is formed as the same process like the dead plants, and dead plants, they used to get compressed in the absence of the air, and due to high temperature it will get converted into the natural gases. Okay, so when the petroleum or the crude oil is obtained, sometimes what happens, the natural gases are also present just above to that. So first of all, natural gases is obtained, and then crude oil is used and it is refined. So this is about that of the natural gas. Okay, so we can say that it is what? It is one of the cleanest, safest, and most useful form of energy. Since it do not consisting of any kind of a residue when you burn it, so we will say that it is a kind of a safest, because it do not produce any kind of a harmful gases like we have seen in the other gases. Yes, they can produce, and it is the safest and cleanest. I told you that since they do not give us smoke or do not leave any kind of a residue after burning, so it is considered to be the safest and cleanest form of energy which we use in our day-to-day life. Okay, what is there in it? So it consisting of methane, it consisting of methane, with traces of propane and ethane. With traces of propane and ethane. So which it is, what are the things present in that of the natural gas? Methane is there basically. Some amount of a propane and ethane is also involved in it. Okay, and again it is found in between the impervious rock under the earth's surface. Under the earth's surface. Okay, impervious rocks under the. So these are the things that is related to that of the natural gases. Okay, so cleanest, safest, basically present with that of the propane and ethane, and present in between to that of the impervious rock. Now moving on, and let us see that okay, this is the natural gas. So where we use this natural gases, it means what are the different uses of the natural gas. Uses of the natural gas. So basically you see that it is used in the form of a compressed natural gas. You all have heard about CNGs, and you know that CNG is much better than any kind of a fuel since it do not produce any kind of a smoke or harmful gases, or do not leave any kind of a residue. So this gas is compressed and used in the form of a CNG, that is compressed natural gas. Okay. So the first thing that it is used in the form of alternative of that of the petrol and diesel. You all know that petrol and diesel is okay, but means that we used for in the vehicles for their movement, for their locomotion. But simply we can say that natural gas is used here so that it will not going to produce any kind of a smoke. Okay, so it is used as an alternative of petrol and diesel, and the reason is it is less polluting. You have heard about this, students, that especially in Delhi, the ministers, they used to say that it due to the more it is a more polluted city. So to reduce the pollution, we should prefer the CNG. It means we should prefer the buses that is running with the help of the CNG rather than using our own car or the scooter, which can produce a lot of harmful gases in the atmosphere and contribute to the air pollution. So we will say that since it is less polluting, so more effective. Less polluting. It is less polluting and good for environment. Obviously, if it is less polluting, so it will be good for the environment. So this is the first one, student. Then the second one, we can say that it is also used in the form of a PNG. Here alternative. So one thing is here, I should write here that it is used in the form of compressed natural gas. Okay, compressed natural gas, which is also called as CNG. Then the next one, that this is also used in the form of a pipeline natural gas, that is called as PNG. Piped, it is also used in the form of piped natural gas, PNG. Okay, PNG. And what happened here, that this is supplied directly from the gas wells to home. Okay, gas wells to home and factories through a network of underground pipelines. So we can say that PNG, it is a piped natural gas, students. Piped natural gas, it means the natural gas which goes underground through underground pipelines, and it from that of the natural wells directly reaches to the home and the industry. There the people, they can use it. So this is about that of the second one, that is PNG. So it is used in the form of CNG and also in the form of a PNG. Next one, that it is also used for power generation. Okay, so we can write it that it is also used for power generation. Okay, so we can say that reason is as it produces a large amount of heat, when burned in furnace. Okay, so it is used for power generation, and the reason is since it produces a large amount of heat when it is burned in furnace, and thus we will say it produces a lot of energy, so it is used in the form of a power, and that is why the name is given that it is used in the power generation. Now also it is used for making a lot of things, so we will say that it is used as ingredients in some of the material that we use. So we can say that it is used as an ingredient in the form of ingredient it is used as an ingredient to make paints, plastics are there, students, then antifreeze fertilizers, antifreezes, fertilizers, fabrics, and then pharmaceuticals, etc. Okay, so it is used as an ingredient in making the paint, plastic, fertilizers, pharmaceuticals. Okay, so it is used as an ingredient to make paint, plastics, fertilizers, antifreeze, pharmaceuticals, fabrics, and other things also. Now, not only this is student, but it is also used for making many of the chemicals. Like ammonia is there, methanol is there, acetic acid is there. So, it is also used in making chemicals. Okay, chemicals like ammonia, then methanol, acetic acid, etc. Okay, so this is what, these are some of the uses of the natural gases. So you see, it is used for the first thing in the form of a CNG and PNG, then used for generating the power, then also used in the form of an ingredient, and also for making the different kind of chemicals. Now this is about that of the coal, petroleum and natural gas. So you all have understood the different man-made resources that we use. Okay, so there are a lot, but out of that we have seen one, that is coal, petroleum and natural gas. Now moving on and see that, okay, we have understood about the fossil fuel, student, but is there any limitation is there of the fossil fuels? Yes, it is. Now let us see that what are the limitations. So the first one is availability. So it is present in a limited amount. Okay, it is available in a limited amount. This is the first thing, and the second thing, that it causes pollution. So these are the two limitations. So let me write the first one, that is limited availability. Okay, so you see, student, basically it for the formation of the fossil fuels takes a lot of a time to be formed. Any of the fossil fuels, if you see, it takes a lot of time to be formed, and this is present. That's why we can say that this is present in a limited amount. So while using the fossil fuel, we should remember that the consumption is more here. So see, because the population is more, people are more, so the consumption of this fossil fuel is more. People use it a lot, and already the formation takes a lot of a time. So you see that if it will get consumed, then the formation will occur. The next formation of this coal and petroleum, natural gas occurred after million years of ago. So it takes a lot of a time to be formed, but the consumption is too much. Okay, so this will makes is less available for the people to be used. So while using it, we should remember that it is present in a less amount, less available for us. So we should use it wisely. Okay, so this is the limited availability. So extensive use, we can write it that extensive use may may get exhausted soon. Okay, so due to excessive use or extensive use, it will make it exhaust very easily or very fast. Then next one is the pollution. You see students that when you burn any of the fossil fuel, whether it will be a coal or that of a petroleum, what happens? So these are the fossil fuels, and when you burn it, it will produce a lot of harmful gases, produce a lot of smoke. You see, if we burn that of the petrol, so you see that the vehicles, they used to release carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and this occurs when the petrol is burnt, when the diesel is burnt. So when these are burnt, these kind of harmful gases releases in the atmosphere, and you know that they are not good for the respiration. They degrade the quality of that of the air, and as well as it will also causes the acid rain or the greenhouse effect. Okay, so they causes the air pollution, which is a very which is, you can say that, which is a the thing that we should concern regarding the use of the natural resources. Okay, so release of carbon dioxide, then carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, then carbon monoxide, then sulfur dioxide causes the air to be depleted, air to be polluted, and which makes our which is responsible for greenhouse effect, global warming, acid rain, etc. So these are the things which is caused due to the release of these harmful gases. So ultimately it will degrade the quality of quality of the air. Okay, so these are the two limitations of the fossil fuels. Okay, now we have understood here the one thing. Okay, it is producing a lot of harmful gases and present in a less amount. So if it is present in the less amount, you see students that we need fossil fuel. If we want to generate electricity, then coal is required. Okay, because it acts as a fuel, and you know that for burning anything or to continue any of the process of heating, we need a fuel. And from where we get the fuel? These are the fuels that is necessary for us. Still there is no alternative of that of the petrol or a natural gas. You know that even natural gas also comes in a fossil fuels. Okay, so we can say that they are more effective, although they produces the pollution, but they are much better, much effective than that of the other fuels. So present in a limited amount, so it is necessary for us to conserve the fossil fuel. So let us see that how or what are the different methods that we can use to conserve the fossil fuels. conservation of fossil fuels. So I will come directly with that of the steps, but before that let me tell you what is the need, student. I told you about it, that since present in a limited amount, so it is important for us to conserve the fossil fuels. Okay, so the first one is how can you conserve the fossil fuel? By maintaining the vehicles, because if the vehicles are not maintained, it is not serviced properly, so what will happen? It will consume more petrol and ultimately release a harmful gases, as well as consumption of a more petrol will, if we need more petrol, so more petrol will be consumed, so less fossil fuel will be there, so more consumption of the fossil fuel will be there. So if you want to conserve the fossil fuel, so the first thing is maintaining vehicles properly. Maintaining vehicles properly. Okay, it is important to maintain the vehicles properly for better mileage, and less pollution, for better mileage and less pollution. The second thing, students, and that is use public transport or carpooling. Public transport or carpooling. Use public transport or carpooling. What is this carpooling? Basically, you will find that especially in cities, the people, they use their individual vehicles, and ultimately what will happen? It will consume more and more fossil fuels, more and more petrol. So better if in one car, if 4 people are there, 5 people are there, so ultimately it will help in reducing the number of vehicles on the road and consumption of the petrol and diesel. The same thing, if you use the public transport, it will help in conserving the fossil fuels. Then the next one is switch off the light. Switching off the lights or switching off engines at traffic light. Switching off the engines at traffic light. Engines at traffic lights. Okay, switching off the engines at traffic light. Then next one is use of bicycle or walk for short distance. Okay, so use of bicycles for short distances, it will help in conserving that of the fossil fuels. The next one is that is alternative source of the energy, like we can use the tidal energy or that of the hydro energy instead of using the coal and petroleum in generating the electricity. So use of wind turbines, and tidal generators. Use of wind turbines and tidal generators, that should be used instead of using the coal and petroleum for generating electricity. Then use of solar cooker or solar water heater, so it will going to consume less LPG. Okay, so use of solar water and solar heater. Okay, solar water and solar heater. You see student, these are the different kind of methods that by which we can use to conserve the fossil fuels. Okay.